All right, so Angela, I'm really glad you could be with us here today. Thank you for participating in the Artistry of ALS 2.0. We're really excited to have this be the second year that we're doing this, and I'm so grateful that you submitted some artwork for us. Can't wait to talk about it, but we're really glad you're here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. I'm going to get right into our questions, if that's
Okay.
so. If you'll tell us, were you an artist before you were diagnosed with ALS, or is this a newfound skill for you?
I was an artist before ALS. I used to do oil paintings.
Yeah.
Um, and I got it from my great aunt. She was a really good artist. So we kind of had a lot of artists in our family. But since ALS, I've switched to acrylics just because of the fumes.
That makes
So, but yeah, the acrylics aren't as fun.
They aren't, I mean, no, it's like get it down and get it down fast, and there you go,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you been living with ALS?
11 years.
You're a slow progressor. That's great.
Yes, thank goodness.
Goodness. So besides painting, or maybe it is just painting that you're passionate about, talk to me about something you're passionate.
Besides painting, because I have a power wheelchair, so I take my dog for walks, and we live in a huge apartment complex, so we just talk to all the people, go to the dog parks, um, playing with the grandbabies when they're here. That's about it.
You're a
But
very simple
art's the
person.
main thing.
You're passionate about your family connections and you're passionate about people in general, huh?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's good. So you submitted one painting to us. I'm just going to say, if you have anything else that you'd like to submit, we still have some room if we want to put some more in there. I just need to get it pretty quickly so we can get it in there.
Okay, sounds good.
So um, I'm going to share my screen. Let me make sure I have your artwork up. There we go. Can you see my screen?
I can. Yep.
Okay. So tell me the name of this painting if it has one.
My little pumpkins.
So is that a reference to your grandbabies?
It isn't. I just Fall is my favorite season. I just really like pumpkins.
So talk to me a little bit about this painting. When did you paint it?
I painted this last fall, right before Halloween. Um, I just like I don't know. I like how I did the pumpkins and how the moon is like kind of shining on them. It's just I don't know. It's like one of my favorite ones.
I like it. I like the play of light that you have going on. I thought
Mm-hmm.
that was the moon. I wasn't positive, but I kind of thought that that was for sure the moon. How
Yeah.
big is this painting? Are you painting on small canvases or on large ones?
This is, gosh, I think this one's like an 8 by, no, well, I think it's about 8 by 10.
Okay. Is that your normal size that you would paint on, or is there?
No, that's my normal size. I try doing smaller ones, but then they don't turn out very good. And then large ones just take too much time.
You're like me, where you want to get it done and take a look at it and I have done this, kind of like the Tom Hanks, I have made fire, and
Yes.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like,
and it seems like the larger the canvas, then I'm like, oh, I don't like this, and my canvas turns black, and we have to start over, and then we're done.
so talk to me about your favorite memory around creating art, either by yourself or with others.
My favorite memory is just watching my great aunt paint.
Tell,
She's just one of those people who can take like a photograph and just paint exactly like the photograph,
yeah, tell
which
us
I
a
would.
little bit about her.
She lived in Victor, Montana. Just a wonderful, wonderful lady, wonderful artist. She's since passed away, but she had a little cabin up there that she would paint in, and my parents have some of her paintings. So yeah,
It's
just
always a treasure when you have a family member who's painting and giving their art away to other people.
yeah. Except she didn't give it to them; she made them buy it. But
Funny. Well, are you making
yeah,
your family members buy yours or are you giving it to them?
I give mine away. I don't I don't sell it.
That's good.
I don't think it's good enough quality.
Everybody says that. Everyone is very hard on themselves. I'm probably the hardest on myself than anybody else would as well. But I'm just here to tell you that the quality of the art is not as important as the memory around that art, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
The fact that you made this and you had the sense to give it to somebody who you thought would appreciate it, I think those
Hmm.
pleasures, um, they're irreplaceable. So just keep doing it. Don't stop.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So would you say that painting is the form of art that speaks to you the most?
Yes. Yes.
What is it because of the connection with your aunt, do you think?
I think that and just to me, painting's easier than like music or drawing. I can't draw. Um, yeah, I think it's just yeah, it's the only kind of art I really like to do.
I can tell you I could probably draw better than I could paint. I don't understand the way you can lay color down to create a shape or have light reflect off of a shape in the right way or perspective or any of that.
Hmm.
I can appreciate all of those things as an art lover, but I certainly am not qualified to do any of those kind of things either.
Oh,
Maybe paint by number. I could
oh
probably,
God. Uh,
which I haven't done in years either, but I've been considering I might have to.
yeah, they have some really cool ones out there.
Yeah.
Except I'm not good at those because I can't stay in the line. So
Does it really matter to stay exactly in the lines though?
probably not. Yeah.
But I'm also getting to the point where can I actually see the little numbers on the canvas at this
Yeah.
point?
Yeah. I bet yeah, that'd be hard. Can
I
you
do a lot
magnify
of work.
that?
Yeah, I do a lot of work between computer and so I'm constantly changing glasses to get the right look, and I can only imagine, but I need a magnifying glass over this canvas that I'm painting.
Oh gosh.
So tell
Uh,
me something that you would want people who are viewing this art show to know about you as a person.
um, I'm not a person who gives up because of a diagnosis. Like I could have easily said, well, my painting is a lot worse than what it used to be, and just put the paintbrushes away, but I'm not going to do that because I enjoy it.
Good for you.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not going to give up. And I think that's helped me still be around 11 years later.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of artists who talk about their art is their purpose now. You know,
Hmm.
great sense of purpose in it. And like you, they're not going to give it up either. They'll do it as long as they possibly can. Um,
Yeah.
so I commend you for that. That's great. Just because we have a diagnosis, we certainly can't stop living, can we?
No, no, we sure can't.
So, is there something that you want people who are viewing this art show to know about your artwork?
Um, Gosh. I guess usually just what I paint is just like something like the pumpkins. It's something I'm passionate about. I do a lot of landscapes because I really love trees and the river and yeah, I guess it's just what
So
I
you,
paint, just what I really like.
so you think nature is kind of your inspiration then for your artwork?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're in Billings, Montana. So
Yes.
you have some landscapes out there.
Oh, Billings is flat. We are missing the mountains. We hardly have the trees. We have the rivers, but we're
Yeah.
originally from Bozeman. And we came up here 4 years ago because there's an ALS clinic. And we moved up here for my daughter and son-in-law and grandkids, but they have moved back to Bozeman, but we're still here. Yes, and that's where all the beautiful trees and mountains are. We have rocks, lots of rocks.
It's like pasture land out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of pasture land. There's a lot of empty flat land. Yeah, it's not pretty.
Do they do a lot of ranching out there?
They do, yeah. We live by a lot of, unfortunately, feedlots,
Okay.
so it gets pretty smelly. But yeah, yeah.
Um, what does it mean for you to be able to produce your art and share it with other people?
Um, I guess just that I can still do it. I can still paint, and I can still show people what I paint, and yeah.
I think that's important to remember that even, Brandy Trigona, who is kind of the inspiration for this art show, has progressed quite a bit. She,
Mm,
when I first met her a couple of years ago, gosh, I guess it's 3 years ago now. Um, she was using a head mouse and a bite switch, and she was using her iPad to create these amazing works of art. And now
hmm.
she's lost the ability to move her head, so she's moved on to eye gaze.
Oh
And
gosh.
so she's really great at eye gaze, but finding programs that are compatible with that and that she can do the same thing. She's having trouble retraining herself on the eye gaze and
Hmm.
artwork in the way that she wants to. But she's still of the mindset that I'm just not going to stop.
Right. Yep.
I'm still here. I have still important things to share and important things to say, and
Yep.
I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah. And I think that's what keeps you going.
Yeah. Can you share with us something that you've learned from your ALS journey?
Um, don't take life for granted. Do the things you love. Be around people. Don't be isolated. Yeah.
Those are all important things, especially when you're on a journey like this and it's so easy to become isolated,
Hmm.
you
Which
know?
I did at first. They give you that timeline. You're like, oh crap,
Right.
you're giving me 2 years to live. Now what?
Oh, now what? Exactly.
Yeah. It's like, well, I'm just gonna stay in my room and be depressed for a while.
And then you were over that.
Yeah. And you're like, well, shoot, I better start
Life,
living.
life is there. I might as well start living. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, on our journey, my husband, who had FTD and ALS, his journey was really fast. But that was, even though we couldn't go places, it was very
Mm-hmm.
important to me to make sure that we were not isolated. And so we reached out on social media quite a bit. And our
That's
friends
good.
would go on trips, please make sure that you record something and send us the video and give us a call and let's FaceTime and so that we were still connected with the outside,
Yeah.
even though we couldn't physically go there. And that helped an awful lot with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I'm really glad that you have found that and found your way through, the pain and the grief and decided that you just weren't going to let it get you yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you're still at it.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. So is there a question I didn't ask you in this interview that you might like to, like if you were interviewing me, what's a question that you might ask me that I didn't ask you?
Oh gosh, I can't think of anything. I don't know.
It's a trick question because if you do come up with one, I'm going to ask you to answer that question.
Oh no. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
No? Anything else
Mm-mm.
you might want to share with people about you or your journey or
I don't think so.
no?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, we're really glad that you took the time and that you could do this interview with us, and we will post it with your artwork in the gallery. I can't wait to share that link with you. It's going to be really neat.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Good deal.
It's
And
gonna
then
be awesome.
I think so too.
Yeah, yeah. It's very good to meet you, and I'm so sorry about your husband. It's
Thank you. It
mm,
we life changes when you get a diagnosis like this, and sometimes the way life changes isn't always bad. Like this, I talk about in our FTD groups. This can be a gift in that we meet amazing people on this journey, and
mm-hmm,
people show us amazing kindness, and we learn a lot about ourselves. And
mm-hmm,
this is an opportunity for me to become the person that I always wanted to be.
mm-hmm.
never had the time to be because there were always so many other things to do during the day.
Right.
You get on a journey like this and you realize exactly what's important. What is,
Yes.
and so
Exactly.
that is truly a gift.
That's good.
Thank you again. I really appreciate you being here.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you too.
We'll see you soon.
Okay, sounds good.